Okay, so massive heavyweight upset yesterday. Andy Ruiz Jr. shocks the world, wins the unified world heavyweight title belts from Anthony Joshua. I can't say I'm, ridiculously surprised. I am slightly surprised, but I'm also not surprised, if that makes sense. I feel like Joshua has actually been, this L has probably been long time coming, especially since the Vlad fight, where he's been trying to box on the back foot and he's negated some of his natural, instinct and athleticism that he puts into the ring. And to be honest, he looked a bit shit yesterday. He didn't look like he was the best heavyweight in the world. He didn't look like he was the unified world heavyweight champion. He honestly looked like, Wilder would plough through him and Tyson Fury would box rings around him, which I've been saying for a very, very, very long time. I would always say, I've been asked this by multiple friends, multiple people who watch boxing. Who do you think wins out the top three? And I would always say, Wilder beats AJ, but I think Fury beats them both if he's fully fit. That's kind of my take on it. But massive shout out to Andrew Ruiz, Mexico's first ever world heavyweight champion. You've got to respect him. Just proves looks on everything, and yeah, he's really shown up to fight. He hasn't come over just for the paycheck. He got knocked down in the third round. And he came back with a massive bang, and he's got two knockdowns. He really put it on Joshua. Joshua didn't really recover until I'd say, middle of the fifth round, I'd say, and he was really, really, really struggling. And even then, it looked like he looked defeated after that fifth round. I'd say he got his second win back, but he looked defeated. Don't know if he was tired. I don't know if it's all the muscle that he has and he's carrying, building up that lactic acid. I really don't know. But he did not look good. What really next for both guys? They're talking about an immediate rematch in the UK. Fuck me. Ruiz probably deserves it to be on his terms, but Matchroom and Eddie Hearn are going to, they're going to try and get it in the UK, get Josh some, get him some hometown advantage, so to speak, because he's sort of the A side or whatever he is, and it is what it is. Sorry, I'm just changing some music in the background. I'm actually just listening to some Ninth Street. I will post it on my Twitter and Instagram if anyone's interested. They're local boys, so I am just listening to that in the background. And what next for Joshua? He's got to take the Ruiz rematch, I guess. Can Ruiz do it again? Yeah, of course he can. I think every time Joshua was throwing the jab out, I think Rob McCracken in the corner was saying, jab, right, cross, jab, right, cross, jab, right, cross. Joshua was kind of trying to fiddle about with the jab, and he was kind of half poking it out, half not committing to it. If you're going to do that and you're a big guy, Andy Ruiz is what, 6'1", 6'2" at most. You get him tired out. Obviously he's a professional athlete, but you get him tired out. You see, you get him to the body. You don't throw out, single shots. It just doesn't make sense. It really looked like he was befuddled by Ruiz's, come forward sort of mentality. I don't know if he expected Andrew Ruiz to sort of pot shot and sit back, or use his fast hand for the combinations after catching him when Joshua was coming in. I don't know, but fuck me, he looked befuddled in there. Like he didn't look like he was anything like the best heavyweight on the planet. I know, so many other people say that, but he didn't look like it. He looked like a fucking amateur in there, and some amateurs on that performance would give him a run for their money. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but for someone who he's built up a good record and a good rapport, he looked bang average yesterday evening, or I watched it this morning, but he did not look good against Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz made him look very basic, I think, in there. And that's testament to Andy Ruiz. But Joshua needs to go away, learn from it, come back. What I will say is he's lost a bit of the fucking mystique about him. Fuck me, he was always this big wrecking ball, knocking guys out, exciting the fans. he's lost a bit of that aura. I know he's basically a global superstar, and I don't, you know what? I actually I quite like Anthony Joshua. Um, got nothing against him, and to be honest, I reckon he wants to fight everyone. I don't know about his team, but it seems like he genuinely wants to fight everyone. But he's become so big in the sport of boxing, and he's transcended boxing. To be honest, that fuck me, he probably needed this L to get brought down a peg or two, because it was getting a bit out of hand. And I know what I noticed on my Instagram and what I noticed on my Twitter is so many less people talking about Joshua after his loss. They were a bit shocked, but after that, normally they'd be like, yeah, Joshua's going to beat this guy. Joshua's too good for this guy. He's going to spark him out. He's going to fucking do this. Fury's a bum. Wilder's a fucking nobody. But yet, Wilder and Fury have fought in a very, I wouldn't say a close fight, because it wasn't close. Tyson Fury fucking schooled him. But a very much a fight that people wanted to see. It piqued, boxing viewers' interest. Who was Joshua for? They're all talking about the Wilder fight. They're talking about, oh yeah, let's fucking get the Wilder fight on. Let's get the Fury fight on, and let's go on this podcast and Carl Frampton and this and that shit. It's not gonna fucking happen. Let's be real. Especially now, they're gonna have to get Joshua back on, get him a big W, get him a version of the world title if that's the case. And there's only two guys out there now that have got world title belts, and that is Andy Ruiz, obviously, who's just beaten him last night, and Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder's probably got 2 fights lined up, one against Luis Ortiz and one against Tyson Fury, supposedly. So it's kind of a catch-22 for Matchroom, for AJ, for his team. It is a bit all over the place, I'd say. But what I would say is Joshua, it seems like he's motivated and hungry. He knows, and he gave credit to Andy Ruiz. You got to show that level of respect, but he definitely needed to take this L. He really, really needed to. It might sound like I'm hating on the guy. I'm really not. But he needed that because he's become so big to the point that he probably thought he was invincible. And you got to think like that, and I get that because I play a lot of football and whatnot. You got to think you're the best, but sometimes you've got to go in there with a mentality. This is the only thing on my mind, and I can't look past this. I think he definitely looked past Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz made him pay for it. In that third round when he knocked Ruiz down, he's got to box him. He's got to throw in the jab and come in and set the shots up properly. I think he's gone in there gung ho for, do you know what? No disrespect, but pudgy kid. I'm gonna destroy him. I'm gonna try and rip him to the body, give him a couple of punches upstairs, and he's gonna fall down like a sack of spuds. But that's not the case. Boxing doesn't work like that. And and Mexican fighters especially, they come for war, hell, leather, everything. They bring absolutely everything they have to the fight. And Andrew Ruiz did that, and he came back so well. And you really got to respect that as a casual, as a boxing fan, whatever you want to call it. You really got to fucking respect that because he really put in a shift in there. He bit down on his gum shield, probably tough for him. Probably the toughest fight of his career. He fought Joseph Parker. It was a very, very close fight. Could have gone either way, nip and tuck. It's been kind of inactive. The one thing I would hope from this win is he stays active. Because if he can stay active, he can get a lot fitter, be in a lot better condition. He can give other fighters, other contenders out there a bit of a run for their money. I'm not saying he can beat every single guy out there. Obviously, he's beat Joshua, but boxing triangles obviously don't work like that, as everyone would know. But he has opportunities there to make money, and you can't fault him. You cannot fault him. He's done everything. He definitely has not gone for that paycheck. He's obviously tried to win the fight, and he's come forward and he's really pushed the pace. I was quite impressed by Andy Ruiz. It was slightly different to what I was used to seeing of him, but he really showed he's the true destroyer. And big congratulations to Andy Ruiz. I will actually tag him on Twitter, so hopefully he sees it, and it is of some interest to him. I don't think he will fucking respond, because who's going to respond to a fucking clown or an armchair analyst like me? Probably no one. So, but I will post it, and yeah, I just want to say big congratulations. I'll just go briefly through the undercard, a couple of the fights. Katie Taylor, that was a very close fight. I saw the extended highlights. I didn't see the full fight, like I did the Joshua Ruiz fight and the Callum Smith and Hassan Dam fight. But I did see the highlights. Very close fight, could have gone either way. Probably a rematch. Taylor, the only thing I don't like about her, I'm not. I watch all sort of boxing. It's not one or the other, men and women. But one thing about her, she just gets involved in a tear up. Like, doesn't need to. She's got skills. Use the skills. Skills pay the bills. Shout out to one of my guys who actually has that as a PSN name. So much love to him, as always. But yeah, she just needs to use her skills, box and back foot. No need to get involved in a scrap. It's unnecessary. She's throwing away the fight there. But yeah, like she can, she's obviously won all the belts at lightweight, undisputed lightweight world champion. Big congratulations to her. Potential rematch on the card. See if she moves up or not. We'll wait and see. Callum Smith versus Hassan and Dam. I think it was 3 rounds. Hassan and Dam was never ever going to be a he was never going to be a guy who was really going to threaten Callum Smith for me. He's moving up from middleweight. I don't know if he's chinny or his punch resistance isn't great. I don't know, but he's always shown that he is there to be hit and he can be knocked down. He's relatively, I know people say he's slick, he's relatively decent boxer, but against the guys that he's going to go up against, Callum Smith is a giant at super middleweight, and I'm not Tesco Joe has done something to him. I don't have a clue what he's fucking done to him, because he looks a very solid fighter. Of course, we can't tell from that and Dam fight, but what we do know is there are fights out there for Cam Smith. Billy Joe Saunders just won the WBO belt a couple of weeks ago, so that's a potential fight later on in the year possibly. Then Gilberto Ramirez has moved up, but there are other domestic. Chris Eubank Jr. might be a viable option for Callum Smith if he wants to give him a chance, make some money as well. Caleb Plant's a solid fighter, very good fighter, IBF world champion. Anthony Terrell, I think, holds a WBC belt. I think him and Benavidez are going to fight. Benavidez is coming back from sort of drug ban, but I think the winner of that is another potential opponent. So there are fights out there. That is the thing. There are fights out there for Cam Smith. Eddie Hearn really needs to get in these big fights, because he's had a massive fight against George Groves. I know George Groves probably over the hill and past it, but it's definitely there's definitely opportunities out there for Callum Smith. Hopefully Tesco Joe don't fuck shit up for him, but we'll see. He seems to have a lot more options than others, especially at that weight class. So best of luck to him, and as I said, hopefully Tesco Joe actually guides him in the right direction, doesn't fuck shit up and tell him get blasted out by a ridiculous power puncher. But we've seen that before, so I wouldn't be surprised with Tesco Joe. Anything's possible. Joshua Buatsi, been asked by a couple of people about him actually. I think he's a very good fighter. 2 concerns about him. His defence. I think his defence is slightly ragged. He does like a bit of a punch up and a bit of a tear up. Again, he doesn't need to get involved in some of these, dust ups. He can just use his skill on box and back foot and pick his punches, because he's a very good timer of punches. He can read you. He sets up his punches well. He's very methodical. I think personally he's a better fighter than Anthony Yard. He's more complete than Anthony Yard. But we'll see how Anthony Yard gets on against Sergei Kovalev. I think next month or the month after. But I personally think Joshua Buatsi is a very good fighter. The second concern I have with him, he is a bit small for light heavy. He does look a bit small for light heavy. I don't know if he could get down to super middle, and I think he did fight at a similar sort of weight at the Olympics. I'm not sure. He might have fought a light heavy. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I don't know if he could make super middle. Maybe he might get a bit, he might be a bit better suited to 168. But if he can do it at 175 and he's making it, he's making the weight well without sort of really killing himself and struggling, then fair enough. Like he does have a lot of potential to grow as well. He's still very young. So what I would like to see is just him working on his defense, polishing that up, and continuing rising through the ranks, and he can get big opportunities, especially with potential fights stateside. The guys in his division are very good fighters as well. I think you obviously have obviously Kovalev, Bivol, Beterbiev, Marcus Brown, obviously Yard is there. There are some good fighters out there, especially towards the top of the division. So I'd like to just see him face some sort of fringe world level guys and just continue on like he's done against Periban. Periban was fucking useless, no threat to him. But steadily build up the opposition from there. So Buatsi will improve and sort of grow from that. And there was another fight on the undercard, but it's slipped my mind now. So it's not the most important thing. I mean, Ivan Redkach fought Devon Alexander. So Ivan Redkach won with a good win. He's moved up to welterweight, but obviously I'm pretty sure no one's really going to be paying attention to that. Everyone's going to be paying attention to the Joshua sort of news. What I would say is, with Fury potentially facing Wilder, the heavyweight division opens up a bit, especially if, when the rematch would be. I don't know if it would happen. It opens up the heavyweight division at least for a couple more months for the more contenders to potentially come into play. Adam Kanaki, Dylan White's around there. Oscar Rivas, they're obviously fighting next month. So there are potential guys. Jarrell Miller might come back into the fold after his ban. There's guys there. There are guys there that could potentially break into that top 10 or top 15 and really make a push for someone like Ruiz's belt or Wilder's belt, facing Fury or Joshua, looking for world title shots, etc. Kubrat Pulev is still in and around that scene. The heavyweight scene's gone a bit. As I said, it's a bit hit and miss sometimes. You get these fighters, and of course you want the Wilders and Furies and Joshuas to all fight each other, but it's just boxing politics is just fucking shit. I think I was speaking to one of my mates about it, and he was just like, "There's a lot of fucking politics in boxing, mate." And I said, I was like, "Gee, there's a fuck ton of politics, and it ruins the sport." As I said, I did make a video about it a while ago now. I'm talking a year, 2 years ago, or something like that. But if anyone's interested in something like that, with the governing bodies, and we just highlight some examples, we can do that. I've also been asked about sort of my work, what I've been doing with work. I mentioned it briefly in my last video that I made last week. So I've actually tried to, I've really tried to be honest with you guys and tell you, look, I'm happy to make videos. They won't be as consistent as they were towards the start of my YouTube career, but I will try to make as many videos as I can. And this was, of course, big news, so we've got to cover it on the channel. But as I said, I just want to open up the channel not just to purely boxing, just a bit, bits and pieces, and see where things go. Just I want people to fucking enjoy and to listen to me just speaking my mind. I like to speak my mind. I don't give a fuck what people think about me, and it's just sort of enjoying myself and doing it with a smile on my face, So anything anything different or unique that you guys think of and you guys want me to do, feel free to let me know. I've got a couple of ideas and I've posted a couple of things out. The response you get is obviously mixed, but if you guys do follow me, so if you guys could follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it would be great. That way you guys get more info from me about when a video is going to drop or updates in regards of any potential news that in regards to the channel. You know, you get all your updates pretty much from Instagram. I'd say Instagram's probably the main one for me. I'm always posting on my story there, so you might see me just driving around. You know, driving around, driving to work, whatever. Or you might see me posting posting my video or something that, you know, I'm going to be dropping a video tonight or something like that. So please do follow me on both those platforms, sorry, and I will put it in the description below. We'll post this on all my social media platforms. I just want to say thank you to everybody, because I got a good reaction from the first video, especially from the first video back. The majority of people were really really appreciative. So I'm going to, as I said, just keep it going as best possible. I'm just going to keep the videos up, try and do as many as I can. As I said, I'm really busy during the weeks with working full time, and in the evenings I've just you know, I've got things going on, football and going to the gym and stuff like that. So it is very, very busy. But as I said, life always continues. So you just got to find a way and you know, reprioritize and rejig things around. It always works. But as I said, I will be dropping a video actually on my previous job. So more details in regards to that will be coming. That might be sort of with some gameplay, like me playing some Call of Duty with some of my friends, or I might be playing FIFA 1-on-1 at my mate's house or something like that. I'll figure it out, but it'll be something for you to sort of watch while I'm just talking absolute shit in the background with a bit of music, as you guys can hear. So any song sort of requests, as I said, I've listened. It's just been on YouTube, kind of playing through a bit of a mix of different songs. So please let me know if you guys are interested in any of those tunes. I do post them again on my Instagram a lot. So I do, you know, shout out and support some of the guys who have really really helped me, and who I'm close with, who do release some sort of music, and they're really good. So just keep an eye out on all my social media platforms. So I want to say thank you again to everybody who supports the channel, and even people who don't. I don't have anything against you. It just motivates me to do my thing, and you know, do this with a smile on my face, because people enjoy it. I can't please everyone, but it seems like people do enjoy it, and I'm just a normal person, just speaking my mind, and just happy about shit, you know. So but yeah, so go out, share this, support, like, do all that good stuff. Drop us a comment, follow all my social media platforms. You know, the sort of handles and links will be down below. So go do that up. And any questions, I'm going to put out a poll on either Twitter or Instagram. Feel free to ask me anything, and I might collate it in a video. See what I can you know, conjure up and whip up for you guys. Something different, something unique. You know, stand out from the crowd. Let's push this channel where it should be. You know, a lot of it's to my own detriment, but as I said, let's get it back. Let's really push it on and kick on, and you know, get it to where it should be. So I'm gonna sign out now. Just want to say thank you to everybody. Support, share, like, all that good stuff. This will be posted today, Sunday as well, straight after the Joshua fight, so at some point during the day. So stay posted. And any questions, anything in particular, comment, like, sub, share. Hit me up on social media. And yeah, peace, love.